श्री भक्त प्रहलाद की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल। जय हरि बोल।
Shut off the mic here. Oh, shit.
Do you have a wired mic?
Do you need wired mic?
Yeah, it would be better if you have that.
AV room or who is there? Vikas Sharma, help him.
Wide mic. Wide mic we are not using. Because we have point, but I think
Come on.
some problems.
I want to connect to my system for recording also.
Let me check.
Should I sit first? This is probably going to be too soft. Oh, much too soft.
Okay, Maharaj, should I take it out?
Take the whole thing out, because I don't like very soft.
Is it okay?
No, much.
No?
Yeah, take it. Too soft. This is a bad back. Then, put my ass on this there?
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
So let's welcome 3 times Haribol loudly. His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai. Haribol! Haribol! Haribol!
Where's my feedback? Hare Krishna. Oh, from India? It's not from, it's not from New Jersey.
No, Maharaj.
From India.
Lost this frequency.
Water.
No, it's going to be terrible sound for the recording. So we can sing first of all, Bhaja Hure Mana Sri Nanda Nandana. Do you all know this song? You can get it on your phone, right? Right?
Who's there in the
Everyone. He will put there.
Who's there?
We will put the screen, Maharaj.
We'll put it on the screen.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Yeah. Okay.
If you don't mind, can I give a short introduction?
Sure.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all coming for Sunday Feast program. His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj appeared in this world in 1957 in England. He joined the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON, in London in 1975, and was initiated in that year with the name Ilapati Dasa by ISKCON's founder Acharya His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. From 1977 to 79, His Holiness was based in India, mostly traveling in West Bengal, preaching Krishna consciousness and distributing Sri Prabhupada books. Then spent the following 10 years helping to pioneer ISKCON's preaching in Bangladesh, Burma, Thailand, and Malaysia. Now today, Maharaj is preaching all over the world, writing so many books, especially Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur's Vaibhava. You can read, you can understand Maharaj's depth of understanding the philosophy, receiving the transcendental knowledge from Sri Prabhupada, imbibing that mood. So let's hear attentively from Maharaj so that we can try to follow. Thank you.
So you got that song, Bhaja Hure Mana? Yeah, you can get it. Tell me when you're ready. Mridanga is ready? Bhajahure mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Bindare. Gajahure mana Shri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. Dulabhamanava janama satsange tharaha e bhava sindhure. Dulabhamanava janama satsange tharaha e bhava sindhure. Shita atapa tata varishana nidina jamini jagire. Shita atapa tata varishana nidina jamini jagire. Ifale Shivinu Kripana Durajana Sapala Shukalaba Lagire. Ifale Shivinu Kripana Durajana Chapala Sukhalaba Lagire. Vidhana Jovana Putta Parijana Ite Kiache Parati Tire. Vidhana Jovana Putta Parijana Ite Kiache Parati Tire. Kamala Dala Jala Jivana Talamala Bhajahu Hari Padaniti. Kamala Dala Jala Jivana Talamala Bhajahu Hari Padaniti. Shavana Kirtana Smarana Bandana Pada Sevana Dasare. Shavana Kirtana Smarana Bandana Pada Sevana Dasare. Pujana Sakhi Sukhi Jana Atma Nivedana Govinda Das Abhilasha Jana Sukhi Jana Atma Nivedana Govinda Das Abhilasha Vajahure Manashinandanandana Abhay Charanaravinda Vajahure Manashinandanandana Abhay Charanaravinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parirajagacharya Ashtottara Sata Sri Srimad A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parirajagacharya Ashtottara Sata Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopi Go Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Vrindavana Dham Ki Jai. Navri Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Yamuna Mai Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Tulasi Devi Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhaktavrinda Ki Jai. Go Premanande Haribol. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha. Why the sound system doesn't reach the back? The amplification? Oh, I see. More people are going to come. Okay, that's all right. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Shreshtham Manum Api Shachi Putram Atra Swarupam Rupam Tasyagrajam Urupuring Mathurim Goshtavartim Radha Kundam Girivaramaho Radhika Matavasham Prapto Yasya Pratita Kripaya Shri Gurum Tam Natosmi Vande Ham Shri Guru Shri Ataf Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagarna Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagarna Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Guru Vaishnav Bhagavan Tina Smarane Hoy Bigna Vinashan Anayashe Hoy Nijavan Chita Puran Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Are you all familiar with this kirtan? Bhaja Hure Mana Sri Nanda Nandana. You've sung many times. I've also sung it many times. All the basic teachings of Bhagavad Gita are there in this kirtan. What is the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita? Don't all shout at once. Savadhaman. Yeah. Manmana bhava madbhaktaha. Krishna says, always think of me, be my devotee. Actually, manmana should be enough. But just in case Kamsa was hiding somewhere, of course he was already finished by that time, but it is possible to think of Krishna in a very negative way. So Krishna says, manmana bhava mad bhaktaha. Think of me. Think of me. Srila Prabhupada translates this as always think of me. If you see the Sanskrit, it says think of me. Srila Prabhupada translates. But that ties up with what Krishna says previously. Ananyas chintayanto mam. Thinking of me without thinking of anything else, which is another way of thinking of me all the time. Yo mam smarati nityashaha. Krishna says, who thinks of me all the time. So, the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita is to always think of Krishna, be his devotee, surrender to Krishna. And here in this song, Govinda Das starts the song with the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita. Bhaja hure mana, manmana, always think of Krishna. Manmana bhava mad bhaktaha. Think of me, be my devotee. And here we have Bhaja hure mana, Srinanda Nandana. We don't find in, which means, O mind, worship Krishna. But specifically it said Srinanda Nandana. We don't find Nanda Nandana. Krishna doesn't present himself as Nanda Nandana in Bhagavad Gita. Nor does Arjuna address Krishna in such a way. The names are there. So many names of Krishna are given in Bhagavad Gita. Such as Madhava, Achyuta, Rishikesha, Govinda, Madhusudan we already had, Keshava, Janardhan, Krishna. Jagatpati. So many names are there. But we don't find the name Nanda Nandana. That's a very intimate name. Of course, Govinda is the Madhava. These are all Vrindavan names. But they can be said outside Vrindavan also. But Keshava, but can be said outside also. But Nanda Nandana is very specific to Vrindavan, isn't it? So Govinda Das is really getting to the heart here. Right at the beginning of the song, Bhaja hure mana Srinanda Nandana. And then what? Abhay Charanaravinda. That brings us back to New Jersey. Abhaya Charan brings us back to the material world, doesn't it? This world, what is the characteristic of this world? There are so many characteristics. Basic characteristics, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, 2 characteristics. Dukhalayama Shashvatam, elsewhere stated in Gita as Anityam Asukham Lokam. He says the same thing twice. We have the material condition described in Bhagavatam. There's a verse. It's not so well known. It should be better known. Bhayam Dvitiya Bhinivesha. You know that? Do you know that verse? Yes. You know that verse? That's good. Bhayam Dvitiya Bhiniveshita Syat Ishada Petasya Viparya Smritihi. This is our situation in the material world. We can take this verse, pass this verse. Viparya Smritihi. When we're not thinking of Krishna, we're in opposite consciousness, ignoring Krishna. Then we come into the condition of fearfulness. We have 2 words in English, fearlessness and fearfulness. So the material world is fearfulness. Bhayam Dvitiya. We're in the, not in proper consciousness. We're in the world of duality. When we see separate from Krishna, then when we become absorbed in material consciousness, not seeing Krishna, then we enter the world of fear, because material consciousness means Ishvaro ham aham bhogi, siddho ham balavan sukhi. Thinking that I'm trying to get on, I'm on top of things here. How are you doing? Yeah, everything fine. I'm on top of it. We're at the bottom of a big pile of stool. That's our situation in the material world. If not literally in this present situation, well, sometime. We hear about worms in stool. You don't see them much in the civilized United States of America because you flush your stool right down and you don't see it anymore. But nowadays India is very civilized also. There's toilets everywhere, but otherwise most of your forefathers and foremothers, because we have to say that nowadays, because you just can't say forefathers. So forefathers, foremothers, and for something, well, they didn't have that in between. That's something modern. Anyway, they just go in the field, right? And natural, organic. And then the pigs would come to eat it, and then they would pass stool also, and the maggots come. And then the flies come, because flies like stool. You only read about it, you don't see it. The flies like stool, and the maggots come. Wait a minute, what we were talking about, worshipping Krishna, well, how did we get to this? How did we get to this? Well, it's all part of the same philosophy, right? We're talking about dukhalayama shashvatam, the world of misery. The world of misery, what misery? I eat my rotlas and dokla and ice cream, and then I pass stool and it all flushes away. It's all very nice and civilized. But we're living in the world of imagined separation from Krishna. Thinking I'm on top of everything, everything is all right. But actually we're in the world of fearfulness. We're in the world of fearfulness, the worm in a pile of stool. Yeah, that's what you get when you don't have all these modern amenities. So yeah, I was a worm in stool once. I don't remember, but I know from Bhagavad Gita I was. This is what we get in the material world. It's a world of fear. We feel fear because we are falsely thinking, Ishvaro ham aham bhogi, siddho ham balavan sukhi. You can all understand, even if you haven't memorized this verse, because your language, these words are there. Ishvara, I'm the controller. Ishvaro ham aham bhogi, I am the enjoyer. Siddho ham, yeah, I'm great. I'm perfect. I'm powerful. I'm happy. But underneath, there is fear. We're in the world of fear. Kabhi bhi kuch bhi ho sakta hai. Anytime anything can happen. You're living very happily and comfortably in New Jersey. But anytime anything can happen, and definitely some things are going to happen which we don't like very much if we're in material consciousness. One of there are four things in particular. They are Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, birth, death, old age, and disease. Anyway, so birth is already gone, and it's coming again. Unless we, Bhaja Hure Manda Sri Nanda Nandana, accept our, Krishna says, what is that in Bhagavad Gita? Ma Shuchaha. Don't worry. Sarvadhaman Parityaja Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja Hang Tva Sarva Papebhyo Moksha Ishami Ma Sucha. Surrender only to me. Take shelter fully in me. Take shelter, Krishna says. Arjuna might think, why should I take it? I'm powerful. I don't need to take shelter of anyone. But Arjuna doesn't think like that because he's a devotee. He knows that his strength comes from Krishna. So really Krishna is speaking to me, and maybe you, anyone else who will listen to him. All these ideas of dharma, give them all up, surrender fully. I will protect you from all sinful reactions. Because Arjuna was very afraid. We find in the beginning, he was afraid, right? We're talking about fear here. Arjuna was very afraid in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita that he will incur sin by killing his gurus and his kinsmen. Krishna says, I will deliver you from all that. Ma shuchaha. Do not fear. Don't worry. So we have to surrender to Krishna, then we can come to his Abhay Charana. But mercifully Krishna has sent Abhay Charan so we can come to him, Srila Prabhupada. And then he will help us and show us to surrender to Krishna. Otherwise we didn't know. Many of you here will have grown up hearing regularly, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Is it? Many of you have grown up with that. Or in short, Jai Sri Krishna, Vallabh Sampradaya. These two things I hear mostly. Jai Sri Krishna and Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. But what does Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama mean? Well, you have to Savadhanan Paritada Mamekam Sharanam Raja. It's not just a slogan. We have to surrender to Krishna. Then we come to the position of fearlessness. Then it is possible. And of course, yeyata mang prapadyante tangs tataiva bhajami aham. If we surrender a little to Krishna, Krishna will reciprocate. If we fully surrender to Krishna, Krishna will fully reciprocate. So you see, Bhaja Hure Manda, I didn't even talk about Sri Nanda Nandan. I just gave a little idea. Krishna in Vrindavan. And for us who are here, we're not in Vrindavan consciousness in this material world, then we should know this is the place of fearlessness at Krishna's lotus feet. Krishna's lotus feet, Abhay Charana Aravindare. So we may think, well, why? Why should I do that? You're telling me to worship Krishna and his fearlessness, but there are so many other things to do in this world. What other things could you be doing? If you weren't coming for this kirtan and pravachan here, what would you be? What do people do on Sunday nights? There are football games, are there? Maybe you don't go to football games, but are there Sunday nights, is it? And I don't know, so you can go to a bar. I'm not saying you, but I mean theoretically, any one of you could go, right? There's nothing to stop you. It's a free country. So there are all kinds of things you could do. So someone may say, why should I do that? Why should I surrender to Krishna? Maybe I'll surrender later. I'll go to the bar now, and when I'm old, I'll surrender to Krishna. And in the meantime, I'll enjoy myself. But Govinda Das says, Durlabhamanava. Human life is very rare. In this regard, there's an important verse in Bhagavatam, which I think some of you know because we have some good Pandit and Panditaha. There's some ladies here also who know the verses. Labdva sudurlabham idang bahu sambhavante manusham arthadam anityam apihadhira turnam yatetana patedanumritya yava nishrayasaya vishaya kalu sarvatasyat. Very important verse. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, as a child, he put this verse up in his room, and he would look at that and meditate on that, and he said, so from his childhood he was meditating on this, and he said, I will preach this verse till my last breath. So what is the meaning of this verse? Labdva sudurlabham, durlabha manava. So labdva sudurlabham. It is very rare, Krishna says, very rare. Labdva sudurlabham idang bahu sambhavanti. After many, many births, we can get a human birth. Manusham. but it is arthadam. It has some value, it has some meaning. Artha can mean value, money. It can mean meaning. So human life has some special facility. You may say, well, still, you may have special facility, but the bar's round the corner. So why should I bother? When I'm older. But anityam, it won't last long. Won't last long. And again, kabhi bhi kuch bhi ho sakta hai. You may not live to be an old. You may not live to be old. No one gets up in the morning and thinks, today I'm going to have an accident and be seriously injured or die. But it happens to thousands of people every day. We don't know. Anytime, anything can happen. So, anityam, therefore, someone who is very sober and sane, what do? Turnam, they very quickly make the endeavor for doing whatever is required so they don't take birth again. After many births, we got human birth, one who is very sober, who's not bewildered by all the enticements of this world, thinks, now I got human life, now I have to do whatever is required so I don't take birth again. That is called nishraya. That is our there's our highest benefit. And if we think that, well, I could enjoy myself, Navaratri coming up, right? There must be Garba in New Jersey also. So many Gujaratis here. There'll be Garba. And then Garba, and next thing is Garbha. And next thing is Garbhapat. Right? There's Garba dance, and then there's pregnancy, and then there's abortion. These things are going on, as Srila Prabhupada used to say. There are so many things we can enjoy, but Krishna says, he says, well, you can get sense enjoyment in any species of life. In every species. The worm in stool is also enjoying. Very tasty. This Mr. Patel, he had lots of chilies, so his stool has got very good flavor today. He's enjoying. In every species of life there is enjoyment, even in hell. Have you read Bhagavatam, 3rd canto? It states that even in hell there is enjoyment. So there's the example. The worm in stool is enjoying. Bahut swad hai. Very nice, he's enjoying. The pig is enjoying. The people used to go in the field to pass stool, and they'd have a stick. That's because the pigs are too enthusiastic. So you have to have a stick to keep them away. Fresh, hot, taza, organic. They're enjoying. So, durlabha manava, it's very rare to get human birth. So what should we do? Satsanga. Satsanga chari koinu asate bilash te karane. What's that? She te karane more karma bandha fash. Yes, Narottam says that. Giving up. Sadhu Sangha, association of devotees. Satsanga chari koinu asate bilash. This sense gratification, it is asat vilas. Enjoyment, but it's asat. Wrong, bad, temporary. For this reason, the karma bandha, the rules of karma, around my neck, the noose is there. So it's a very dangerous situation. So, durlabha manava janma, Satsange taraha ebhava sindhure. But if by satsanga we can cross over this ocean of birth and death. You've heard this before? Anyone heard this before? Is it relevant? Should I speak on this? You already know this? Should I speak on something else? No, I think I need to hear myself also, right? We need to hear these things, don't we? So what's so bad about, what's so bad, we may think, what's so bad about this material world? It's quite nice, actually. Well, for instance, there is Shita, Atapa, Bata, Barishana, Aidina, Jamani, Jagire. There is very cold, and then a Shita, you know this word, Shita, then Atapa, means very hot. Shita, Atapa, then the wind and the rain, these are just some samples of the miseries of material life. Shita, Atapa, Bata, Aidina, and day and night we're plagued by various troubles. This is in the day, and at night I can't sleep. Anyone had that experience? You can't sleep at night? You're tired but you can't sleep. Too much chinta maparimayam cha. And endless worry. Aidina Jamini. Then bifale shevinu kripana turajana chapala shukala belagire. Uselessly, bifale, you can understand this. Vifala, without any result. Sevinu, I'm working for serving some nasty people, bad people. Why am I doing that? For a little drop, tiny little drop of sense enjoyment. Then, what else is there? Or you might say, well, I'm working very hard, I'm supporting my family, everything's very nice. I've got quite good business, everything's going on quite well. Then Govinda Das says, Ei dhana jovana putra parijana iteki ache paratitire. So you got some money, huh? You're all doing quite well, huh? Govinda Das says, Ei dhan, this money, wealth, jovana, this youth. We don't see so many youths here, few youths here. Now, very nice, good-looking young men, and gradually you'll be not so nice-looking, grey-haired. Edana Jovana Putra. My son was born. And if so many friends, relatives, Putra Paraja, ite ki ache paratiti. Pratiti means Vishwas. What we can't put faith, usme bharosa nahi hai. We can't put faith in it, because for sure, what will happen? Kamala dala jala. What? Jivana talamala. A drop of water on a lotus leaf sits there and then it doesn't stay, it will drop down. Kamala dala jala. Jivana tala. It's shaking. It will fall down for sure. So what should Kamala Jala Jiva? Kamala Jala Jala Jivana Talamala. So we come back to the point. So this is why we should worship Krishna. We're coming back to the point again. All these are causes of fear, the miseries of this material world. We may think I'm very well. This material world is miserable, but I have a nice family, nice business, everything. But this is called Asat Sainya. You see, the Govinda Das giving the whole essence of Srimad Bhagavatam. Asat Sainya. It means fallible soldiers. They can't protect us. At the time of death, who can protect us from death? Not your mother, nor your father, nor your cousins. They're already fighting over who's going to get the inheritance. Or they start even before you die. So, Bhajahu Hari Pada, worship the lotus feet of Lord Hari. Okay, I'll do it later. Same thing, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. And then, I come every Sunday to ISKCON of Central New Jersey. I do it. But niti means daily or all the time. Then how are you going to work? What are you going to do? What do you mean worship Krishna? Then Shravana, Kirtana, I get mixed up here. Shravana, Kirtana, Smarana, Bandhana, Pada, Sevana, Dasare, Pujana, Sakijana, Atma Nivedana, Govinda Das, Abhilashare. For further information, get a set of Srimad Bhagavatam. But you already have a set of Srimad Bhagavatam, right? You all have sets of Bhagavatam in your home. What about, do you know any other people, Gujaratis or whatever, who don't have Bhagavatams in their home? If you know anyone, you can go and do some private detective work. Find out at least the Indian Hindus who are here, in your area, you should see, before the end of this Bhadra month, they all have a set of Bhagavatams in their home. Is that a good idea? Are you going to do it? You're going to do it? Okay, good. So I did something useful coming here. Are you going to take this seriously? You're going to say, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. So many people say Hari Bol, and then there's no Hari Bol. They're not Hari bowling, they're bowling something else. They're bowling. Bowling cricket game. So how about that? There must be there's huge Gujarati and other Indian population in New Jersey, right? And they don't all have sets of Bhagavatam in their home. So that is your mission. You have to get a set of Bhagavatam, and I'm talking Prabhupada's Bhagavatam, in every home. Okay? I gave you something to do. Do it. Just do it. All right, that's it. Hare Krishna. You can sing this song and then you'll get the whole essence of Bhagavatam. But to understand it's the whole essence of Bhagavatam, you have to read the whole Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. That's it, in brief. Any questions, comments, protests? Please speak now. Can I describe about Salem Temple? No! Go there and see for yourself. You can go? You go to India once a year, don't you? Next month. Janmashtami time? Diwali time. There's a lot of Maya at Diwali, huh? A lot of Maya, it's all friends, family, gambling. One day a year you're allowed to do gambling, right? You must do gambling. Is it? Don't gamble. It's against the rules. You please go and see. It's not just a temple, but it's a whole community coming up. A lot of Bhagavatam sets going out. Even though in Tamil Nadu, we're talking about Salem, Tamil Nadu, right? We're not talking about Salem, North Carolina, Massachusetts, there are a few. Salem, there are quite a few places called Salem in America for religious reasons, because it's something to do with the Bible. Huh? It's mentioned somewhere in the Bible. Yeah, I believe it is. But Salem in South India, it's because so many Tamil words, they're upper branch of Sanskrit. Means, what do you call that? Adjustment or change Sanskrit. So it comes from Shailam. Shailam means hill, There are so many hills all around. So in Tamil Nadu, people, they don't know Bhagavatam, hardly. Among the Gujarati Hindus, it's well known. Thanks to Gosaiji, Vallabhacharya's son Vithalnath. He popularized the Bhagavatam. And the Vallabhacharya's commentary is there, Subodhini. So it's well known, that tradition is there. They know about, but in South India, it's not so much known. But still, people are taking many Bhagavatam sets because the devotees go and tell the philosophy, which I just spoke, that human life is very rare. Human life is meant not simply for eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, but for knowing God. If you want to know God, then if you're serious, you have to take these books. So people take. So please don't go and see Salem Temple. Go and stay a few days, okay? Please do that. Because one thing about the modern age, there are so many things. People go on pilgrimage, but they even have websites, spiritual tourism, right? Or religious tourism. And then you can go in 12 days, or they'll have a 6-day tour to the Badrinath, Kedarnath, Yamunotri, Gangotri, go on a helicopter, you go there, put some money in the book, and okay, what's the next stop? But the traditional system, by necessity, you'd have to walk there. And along the way, you do bhajan, and still you see people walking to Dwarka. You see along the road, people walking to Dwarka, still, small bhajan groups. And of course to Pandharpur, they do the Dindi Yatra, but that's something different. So along the way, it's a whole absorption, and you're going, say you're walking from Dakar to Dwarka, and of course Rancharai came the other way, but you can go that way. So along the way, you're just meditating all the way for days and days as you're doing bhajan along the way and doing austerities. Maybe walking itself is an austerity, so you just meditate. Then you come and then you take darshan. Oh, Dwarkadish. It becomes a very big thing. But then, okay, we had darshan. Now we have to go to Rukmini Temple, and then we're going to nearby. There's the cave where Jambavan, and then rushing in and out. Go, spend a little time. I know many devotees in America, Britain, all these places, they want to see us, they go back to India and see as many holy places as they can. I recommend, I don't think anyone follows, but I always recommend, go to one place, spend some days, do some serious Shravan, Kirtan, Bhajan, absorb the spiritual atmosphere. Right, because in life in America anyway, you're running, and then you go there and you don't change gears. Slow down. Slow down. Spend time for hearing and chanting about Krishna. Vrindavan is very suitable. Mayapur is very suitable. So please go. Spend at least 3 days. Please do that. Thank you for asking. Anything else? Yes, please. I think you know all the answers already.
Anybody else?
Krishna is unlimited. Very good. Thank you. My intelligence isn't unlimited, but whatever you ask, I'll try to reply. Yatha Shuta Yatha Mati, as according to what I've heard and understood. Yeah, so please ask.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. First of all, thank you very much for the wonderful class.
Yeah, everyone says that after every class.
Beautiful verses quoted
Well,
from
I guess
Srimad
it
Bhagavatam.
is wonderful if the topic is Krishna. Yeah, the beautiful verse is quoted.
From Srimad Bhagavatam, the 11th canto verses, both of them highly knowledgeable.
Which one? Labdva Sutra?
the
What
Bhayam-
else did I?
Bhayam.
Bhayam Tutiyadi Niveshvasa. Vishada Petas Vipaya.
Dasham.
Yeah, I quoted that also. Jai Hare Krishna. Yeah, then
Maharaj,
there's
we are,
so many important verses in Bhagavatam, 11th canto.
yes, 11th.
So many.
Today, the verse we try to understand that duality, fear arises from seeing the things separately from Krishna or having the enjoying mentality separately from Krishna. So I was just trying to think, like in the purport, Srila Prabhupada mentions that it is when our dependency...
Which verse are you talking about?
11 to 39.
that's
Bhayam
not, that's not
Bhayam-
Prabhupada's purport.
I'm sorry,
That's it.
yeah.
But although he did
That
quote it
is-
sometimes.
Yeah. In between it says, dependency on Krishna becoming less.
Becoming fearless by
Yes.
depending on Krishna.
Yeah. And when that fades, we become fearful. At certain times in life, we see situations where there is a lot of anxiety. What next, we don't know. Especially in case of some near and dear health.
Well, that's the test, isn't it?
Yeah.
We can theoretically study, but the test will come. There definitely will be tests.
Yeah.
Bhajan kara, sadhan kara, madte janle hoy. Srila Prabhupada quoted. That all our bhajan and our sadhana, everything will be tested at the time of death. Everything will be seen. Or even in some very dangerous situation, how do we react? Quite often it's seen that devotees, they revert to material consciousness in some dangerous situation, or they lose all their money or something. Sometimes they lose their faith. But that's a real test. That happened with Srila Prabhupada when he was in his family life. He was cheated in his business. He got a telegram and he laughed and quoted, Yasyaham anugrahnami harishe taddanang shanai. Krishna says, when I'm very merciful to someone, I take away his money. Vipada santuta shashvat tatra tatra jagadguru bhavato darshanam yatsat apuna bhavadarshanam. Kunti Devi prays, give praise. We had so many difficulties. Now we have no difficulties. Give us more difficulties. Give us more danger. Because if there's danger, we'll see you. And if we see you, we no longer see birth and death. Who dares to pray like this? But whether we pray or not, danger will come, for sure. So
Maharaj, is it always that our dependency is fading? How to strengthen at that time?
how
Maharaj?
to strengthen at that time? Then Durlabha Manava Janama Shatsange Taraha Ebhava Sindure. Instead of taking shelter of Kripana Durajana, rascals, then we should, in times of difficulty even more, we should seek out the association of devotees. If we really absorb the message of Shastra deeply, we'll know we're always in times of difficulty.
One last thing, Maharaj. To how much extent we have to take it as Krishna's arrangement?
Yeah, when I crash the car because I'm not paying attention, and then, well, it's Krishna's arrangement. Is it? No.
It's our free will choice. It's our mistake.
That's our foolishness. When we're trying our best and things go another way, we can take that as Krishna's arrangement. But if we're just foolish, we don't call it Krishna's arrangement. I crashed the car because I was not paying attention. And don't say it was Krishna's arrangement. Okay, I think you want to finish, huh? Because everyone has to go. Okay, I think more or less everyone's finished anyway. So,
Thank you, Maharaj.
one more thing I have to say. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. As you mentioned Salem Temple, does any sannyasi come here without asking for donations? Jai Vedaswan, he doesn't ask for donations. I wasn't going to ask, but as you mentioned, we are building a temple there. So every little helps. Okay, sorry, I didn't take permission for that. It was spontaneous. It was all for a good cause.
Thank you.
Okay, Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Okay, Jai. There's a few more stones there.
Quick announcements. Today Sunday feast is sponsored by Vrindavan Kishore Prabhu and family for his son's Annaprasam, Arjun Simha Annaprasam, seeking blessings from all the devotees. So let's chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra again. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. As Navaratri began, today the Vijayadashami, Dasara, Ramachandra Vijayotsav is there on October 24th, Tuesday. We will be celebrating on Damodar month starting. October 29th, Sunday, we will celebrate Vijayadashami here at this temple. October 28th, Saturday to November 26th is Damodar month, Kartik month, where every day we will have Damodar Ashtakam in the evening, 8:35 p.m. during Shayana Arati. Please join, offer ghee lamp or candle, whatever lamp you want to offer. Be at the temple, or you like to do at home, fine. And please invite more and more people. If you like to do any programs at your home or any place, please contact us so that we can do kirtan